What do you think is the best way to learn the Indonesian language?
The things you wish you had known.
Bahasa Indonesia is so easy.
Perhaps I can learn Bahasa Indonesia in 4 months.
Parang lalapan and get food. It's easier for me to communicate.
Belajar Bahasa Indonesia karena
Ladies and gentlemen, are you interested in learning Indonesian? Would you like to hear some advice? Not from me, but from people like you. Asal dari mana dan sudah belajar bahasa Indonesia berapa lama?
Asal saya dari Malaysia dan saya sudah belajar bahasa Indonesia selama 2 tahun.
Saya dari Pakistan, belajar Bahasa Indonesia mungkin 7 bulan di sini.
So saya berasal dari Amerika, tinggal di sini 1 bulan. Sebenarnya saya belajar di Amerika sebelum saya datang di sini di online.
Saya asal dari Afghanistan dan saya di sini dari 6 bulan. Sebelum saya belajar dari berbeda aplikasi, belum lancar sekarang juga.
Apa motivasimu belajar bahasa Indonesia?
Di sini semua orang bisa berbicara bahasa Indonesia. Jadi saya harus bisa bahasa Indonesia juga.
Saya mau belajar Bahasa Indonesia karena saya suka the country of Indonesia. Saya mau belajar lebih banyak tentang Indonesia.
Itu harus untuk aku karena aku di scholarship KNB kami belajar Bahasa Indonesia untuk 1 tahun.
Saya sekarang ini belajar tentang kedokteran dan sebagai dokter saya juga harus bisa ngomong dan juga relate kepada pasien-pasien sendiri pakai bahasa Indonesia.
Bagaimana caramu belajar bahasa Indonesia?
Jadi saya belajar di rumah bahasa sekolah di sini untuk belajar bahasa Indonesia. Terus saya suka belajar dari teman-teman saya di sini. Dan sebelum saya belajar mungkin 3 bulan dengan guru dari Indonesia online.
Awalnya adalah nonton YouTube video tentang bahasa Indonesia. Sering ngomong sama teman-teman di kafe, nongkrong di kafe. Terus kalau bikin tugas atau bikin PowerPoint presentation, ngomong dalam bahasa Indonesia gitu.
Jadi secara informal ya?
Secara informal.
Sekarang kami belajar di kelas BIPA. Untuk 1 tahun kami belajar bahasa Indonesia. Dan saya juga belajar dengan teman dari Indonesia.
Aku berbicara dengan teman dari Indonesia. Sekarang aku lancar tapi sedikit-sedikit aja.
Now let's switch to English.
Okay.
As an English speaker, how difficult is it for you to learn the Indonesian language?
I think it's not too difficult. I like that it has the same alphabet. Like before, I actually stayed in Cambodia for 1 year and they use a different alphabet. And then also, I feel like the grammar is it's nice and simple. It's not like English is so complicated and they make so many weird rules for no reason. So
At first it was quite difficult for a while. If I were to scale it from 1 to 10, how difficult learning Bahasa Indonesia is, I would give it a 4 or 5. Yeah, because in Malaysia, I took Mandarin classes. That is way harder than learning Bahasa Indonesia, yeah.
Bahasa Indonesia is so easy. There is no grammar. There is no tenses. You can use words for all tenses, no matter. Suppose we are using sedang for now, sudah for past, akan for well. So Bahasa Indonesia is very easy,
Of course, it is easy and simple. The Indonesian language was invented to unite hundreds of ethnic groups, each with its own language, under one flag. And I believe it could be used to unite the whole world too. How about technically?
There are some words that are similar or the same, so Malaysians can also understand a bit of Bahasa Indonesia, but I wouldn't say fluently because, like I said, there are some words which are meant differently or used differently.
Different, but some words are same. Suppose in Urdu, we use susu for something else. And here we use susu for milk.
In Bahasa Indonesia, anda itu untuk respect. Bahasa Urdu itu untuk tilur. Istri di sini ada untuk wife. Bahasa Urdu itu istri untuk press iron. There are a lot of words which we have same but the different meaning. Okay. So it is difficult to understand.
Have you learned any Indonesian slang?
How they speak in Jakarta, maybe like gue lu. That's pretty much what I hear often. But personally, I don't really use those kind of slangs. I just stick with the normal bahasa.
maybe a little bit. I always try to ask my friends because they'll always say lo or si or dong and stuff. And so I try to pick up on that and follow them.
Do you use them sometimes?
Not really, because I'm scared that I'm going to use it wrong. So I want to wait until I learn more how to use it well.
Yeah, I learn many slangs from Bahasa Jawa. Suppose maturnuun, sami-sami, pia kabre, apek. I just learn from people of Indonesia here. Some of people are using these words.
Sekarang saya mau belajar bahasa formal. Setelah itu saya mau bahasa informal.
2, 3, membeli tomat. Ayo subscribe not, diplomat.
That was a rhyme. Indonesians call it pantun. You can battle it with each other, just like a rap battle. Not Diplomat Channel. What do you think is the best way to learn the Indonesian language? Like, what kinds of things have helped you to learn the language so far?
You must speak with local here. Even you don't know the words, just learn 2 or 3 words and you can keep on learning more. Then when you go outside and speak with friends, and speak with locals, you will completely learn in 4 to 5 months. You can easily understand the language.
Finding and getting friends. And from those friends, you can, practice with them Bahasa Indonesia. They can correct you. And also watching Indonesian YouTube creators, Yeah, I think that really helps a lot.
To learn the Bahasa, you must have a friend to speak with him. So you can learn a language from environment.
I think immersion is really helpful. Like when I was in the States, I could learn, only so much because I couldn't practice. But now I'm kind of forced to practice every day.
That's right, immersion it is. You gotta live among the people here to learn Indonesian practically. Look out for a language school or university. They will try to sponsor you with a visa for up to 6 months. Do you use any apps or listen to any music, consume any pop culture to help you learn the language?
Watching movies, but not that too much. I can say 25% I just learn from watching movies, but almost 70% I just learn from speaking with foreign people.
Sometimes on Spotify, I listen to Indonesian music. I just type in a search bar, top Indonesian hits, and I just listen. And it's fairly understandable, and they have really good music to it.
No, I don't listen to music. Yeah, it's haram.
Okay.
Yeah, and I have used some application for my Bahasa, and now I'm just watching some of videos, but I haven't learned from videos. I learned just from environment, from people of Indonesia. Because when we are learning from videos, they are speaking different. For example, we use jaga. If they use kalau. So it is different sometimes for us.
How has learning the Indonesian language helped you in living here or understanding the culture better?
It's helped me build relationships with more people here. I know some people have talked to me, they've said, they're quite shy to come up to Westerners because they feel like they don't have enough English to be able to communicate with them. And because I was okay, let me try to speak Indonesian with them, that made them feel more comfortable with me. So that's been good. My teachers also like to teach me about culture. So if I'm able to understand when they explain in Indonesian, it helps me understand a lot more than if it was just being explained in English. And being in this context, it helps a lot.
It's easier for me if I go to the warung-warung or lalapan and get food, it's easier for me to communicate. It also allowed me to gain more friends, and I got a girlfriend now.
Okay.
So Indonesian, yeah.
So learning Indonesian has helped you to get a girlfriend?
Technically, yes, because she can speak English well, but because she asked me to learn Indonesian, she makes it a point for me to speak Indonesian to her so that she helps me and all that. So yes, it does help.
That's nice.
It was so difficult for the first time. When I came here, I was feeling sick. So I went to hospital. The doctor asked me, what is your sickness? I confused how to answer. Bagaimana menjawab? So I said, oh, damam. Yeah, damam. So when you come for the first time, it's very hard. After 4 months or 5 months of struggles, now Alhamdulillah, I can speak. I can solve my problems.
It was difficult, but now Alhamdulillah, I have learned a lot that I can speak, I can buy anything. When I first came here, when I go outside there, the people look at me and I look at them and we just only smile. I was lapar, I was hungry. I just want to ask him that I'm hungry. She said, what? Apa? Then setelah itu, I said, I'm okay. So I just point him, I want this.
What are the things you wish you had known before learning Indonesian?
At the beginning, I was scared to talk and I would just more kind of listen to Indonesian and not try to speak. But now that I've been here and I've been practicing more, I feel more comfortable to try, even if I make mistakes, because that's helping me learn.
Have an early start on learning Bahasa Indonesia. I think that would really help for those, not only Malaysians, but international students coming here to get an education. I think it's beneficial for them to start way before they enter.
If I learn even 1 or 2 months, a basic vocabs, it would give a more benefit for me that when I learn in 7 months, perhaps I can learn Bahasa Indonesia in 4 months or 3 months, even when I learn in Pakistan. If you don't have a time, just learn the Bahasa orang lain.
And it's better also to know many languages. When you know one language, you are one person. But if you know many languages, you are many people.
Thank you very much for your time.
For this time.
Ya, matur nuwun.